Hey, it's Paul again with Zeph HVAC. I'm here just with the 301C Honeywell controller and E3SM sensors. I have 6 of them. Last video I did, I showed you how to hook them all up to 301C, why I wasn't doing it, what to do to change it. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. I have it posted. But once you do get it obviously hooked up and the 301C does see it, you want it to have an event. You want it to basically switch a relay in the 301C to hook it up to either dampers or your fan or whatever it may be. In this case, I hooked it up to a really big HRV that basically recycles this air out of this shop. So I have 2 relays that I hooked up to it, and I hooked it up to each HRV. There's 2 HRVs, so one relay goes to one, other goes to the other. So in this video, I'm just gonna kind of walk through. I wanted it to go on off B alarms, so that's at 100 parts per million for CO and 2 parts per million for NO2. And I didn't want the relay to go off on the A alarm, so that's the low alarm at like 75 and was it 0.72. I wanted it to go off on the B alarm, which is the medium, and for it to go. So I'm gonna walk through that on this 301C controller. So the way you gotta do is go first into it. I set the password to 1000. I don't know what the password is. Forget what it was when I changed it, but you could just search it up on Google. Pretty easy to find. So the way you want to do it is you want to go to events, press enter, and you should be at this screen. So just make sure that your screen looks like mine. So it has the target control output 01. So if that looks like that, you're doing good. So go to the next page. You want to go to, after that, delays. So this is what you need to change. So make sure this is a GR all alarm B in my case, because I want it to go off on alarm B, and I don't want it on alarm A, and 1 or plus and equals. So if you want it to kind of, in my case, I want it to go off only on B alarm and non-A, I changed it to B. So if I wanted to go off on A alarm on low, I changed that alarm B and just go down, and I would just change that, enter, press enter, and I would just change that to A. And it's as simple as that. So GR all, 1 or plus, equals, boom. So this is going off on relay number 1, and it's basically rinse and repeat for before actually we do that. Go to event, go to next. Make sure you have status on enabled and not disabled. It's gonna come typically disabled, so you wanna switch that. Just go down and just switch that so it's, just press enter, and then it'll change that to enabled. But once you do that, go to next. Perfect, now you're back at the event screen. So if you wanna change that, you wanna go on event 2, so that's relay 2, you just go to enter, and you change it to number 2. So same type of thing, make sure this looks like that, you change it, you're on event 2, so that's gonna go on output relay number 2, and then you're gonna go through and just do the exact same thing I did before. So make sure you're on alarm B, if you want to go off on A or C or whatever, but you go to alarm B. In my case, change it what you need to, but this is what you need to GR all 1 or plus, and go to next, enable your event, next, control, perfect. So now that in that, you could escape, perfect. And now when you test it, the way I'm doing it is that I have these on the normally open contacts, so when it does sense CO at 100 parts per million or NO at 2 parts per million, it's gonna basically close this contact, send the signal to the HRVs, kick it onto high fan. And really it's as simple as that. If you want it to do like a fail-safe, you put on the normally closed contacts and it'll do the same thing. And just make sure your wiring is all good for your sensors. Obviously that it kind of looks like this. You have your wire coming in to here, sorry, and then you have it leaving. So this is 301C, goes to that next sensor, and kind of so on to each sensor in the room. So that's basically how it's done for the 301C. Like I said, I don't know if you guys had issues with it. I definitely did, and this was just a way, after spending a lot of time on it, figure it out, and hope it helps someone out there. So have a good one, guys.